Turkey is expanding operations in Syria. Here's what you should know. Hi there, I'm Hayyan. I make videos on how to reconcile conflicts within the Syrian state through democratic means from a left-wing, non-sectarian point of view. If that is something that interests you, and if you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment your thoughts. I am also between jobs at the moment and have used the extra time to create content that will hopefully help shed more light on the urgency of the Syrian conflict while bringing attention to the nuances of each side, hopefully broadening the extremely limited discourse surrounding my home country. If you are able to, please consider supporting me through the links in the description. Even if you don't have a few bucks to spare, there are free ways of supporting me there too, like downloading the Ground News app through the link in the description, and of course you can share this video widely. Now, onto the video. Turkey's announcement comes while Finland and Sweden are applying for NATO membership. The expansion of operations in northern Syria is likely one of several measures Turkey is taking to pressure them to quit supporting parties like PKK. However, as opportunistic as it is, the move has been a long time coming. Among the other push factors leading to this initiative is an upcoming election in which Turkish voters see Syrian refugees returning to Syria as one of their highest priorities. Literally, the only thing Turkish parties are debating is whether or not Syrians are sent back willingly or bussed back immediately. Finally, Turkish-backed rebels have held on to separate, non-congruous territories in northern Syria since 2018, and this operation likely seeks to connect those territories. In case you aren't aware, the PKK is a group of rebels who sought an independent Kurdish state in Turkey through violent guerrilla tactics. Their founder, Öcalan, is currently being held as the only prisoner in a Turkish detention facility, yet remains active in the party to this day. While he has long backed off of espousing a Marxist-Leninist state model, the PKK has continued to influence Turkish politics by lobbying parties, both foreign and domestic, who may be of help to their cause for greater autonomy of Turkish Kurds. This is where Sweden comes in. The Turkey-PKK conflict has spilled over into several European countries where Kurds are present, including none other than Sweden, where a former Kurdish fighter even sits as a member of parliament. Sweden has also sanctioned arms sales to Turkey while increasing funding to the YPG in Syria. The Turkey-PKK conflict has also spilled over into Syria. The Assad regime has historically provided refuge for Öcalan and allowed the PKK to conduct training in what was then Syrian-occupied Lebanon, while obviously cracking down on any similar liberation movements among his own people. Sort of like how Cuba harbors the Black Panthers while cracking down on their own Black Lives Matter protesters. But that's besides the point. Assad's support for the PKK ended in 1998 when Turkey threatened an invasion, and has since re-emerged in late 2011 when Turkey began harboring anti-Assad Syrian defectors. Assad then gave greater autonomy to the PYD, which is the Syrian offshoot of the PKK and political arm of the YPG, as he fought off Syrian rebels in the part of the country which he calls useful Syria, and allowed nearly 2,000 PKK soldiers to enter AANES from Iraqi Kurdistan. This need for self-preservation has had the perverse effect of steering PYD politics towards being more resentful towards Turkey than towards Assad, which is not in line with the majority of Syrians in the region, since they specifically rose up to oust the government in the first place. Turkish-backed Syrian forces have therefore been used to defend Turkey's borders and weaken YPG militias' grip on the region. This is also not in line with the majority of Syrians in the region, who would rather see the SNA direct their entire focus towards pressuring the regime in Damascus. Nonetheless, many Syrians have watched as the AANES project has increasingly become a proxy for Assad to contain Syrians opposed to his rule in the area. Many recognize that the SDF and the structure of AANES must be significantly altered, if not dissolved, in order to actually become in line with the original goals of the Syrian revolution, which are ousting Assad first, while working towards a pluralist and democratic Syrian society. To that end, Turkey is deploying what seems to be its own troops as well as mobilizing Syrian forces to connect the areas currently under its occupation. Whether or not this goal will be achieved is up in the air, as Russia seems keen on deterring us. However, we will see in the upcoming days. Personally, I'm praying for the safety and security of all Syrians and Turks, and I hope that we can soon see a unified, multi-ethnic, secular front that will mount the campaign necessary to oust Assad. Remember that much of the Syrian state's security concerns, including ISIS, began due to and are exacerbated by Assad's presence. Assad does not want to see a peaceful Syria, or an end to the ISIS conflict, or to see Syrian Kurds liberated. Pointing at the instability surrounding Syrians and proclaiming, "I am the only thing standing between you and your brutal murder at the hands of savage radicals," has been an incredibly successful policy for him, and it lets him get away with virtually anything. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, comment your thoughts, and please subscribe to help me reach my goal of over 1K subscribers. If you find videos like these useful, consider supporting me through a tip, or you can support me for free by downloading the Ground News app through the link in the description. Ma'as salama.